Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Gruber Wired. I'm Mark Beach.
I'm John Dotson, and hello, how are you?
Yippee-ki-yay.
Yippee-ki-yay. Yeah, I'm not going to say it. You can say it. That's a great one, Cass. Yes, this is a Christmas movie, correct?
Die Hard is a Christmas
Die Hard
movie.
is a Christmas movie.
No.
As noted by the advent calendar with Hans Gruber falling slowly, one day at a time, to his death.
That he is. Yeah, we found this. I found this online. Just kind of a fun little quirky advent calendar. But this is Hans Gruber, and each day he falls down as you go.
Down.
So pretty cool stuff there. Kind of fun. Something a little bit different. So yeah.
Very good.
Holidays are here.
Holidays are here. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. Ate a lot of turkey and stuffing and potatoes and green bean casserole, which I hate, and salad and all that kind of good stuff, and had great family time. I know we got some more coming up. It's that time of year, and the weather sure feels like it.
It does. A little bit chilly out there for us, but I'll take it, especially versus 115.
Oh, man. Yeah, just can we stay like this, please?
How's it on the bike, Cass? Get those cool temperatures in the morning?
It is very cold. There's a reason why I have a heated vest.
Yes.
I bet you do, don't you?
Yeah, they make some nice heated vests now, don't they?
Huh?
They make some nice heated vests now, don't they?
Yeah, they do. They have heated jackets too. 40s is nice. Like, it's not too cold. I don't think it's like really bad, but when you're going free highway speeds, it is really cold.
It's a little bitter.
Yes.
But yeah, I had a great Thanksgiving. Lots of family, like you're saying, food, fun. I got to tell you, though, take a moment. All the cooking, which I did, and helped, and my wife helped too, and so forth. And then all the family over. And you finally sit down to eat, and I was sitting at the end of the table, right? And I just took a moment, and I looked up, and you know what? For a moment, everything was just right.
Yeah.
You know, I looked up and I saw family members down the table who were laughing, smiling, just enjoying each other's company. That one moment makes it worth it.
Aunt Bethany said the Pledge of Allegiance.
Right? Yeah, good times. Good times. I love Christmas Vacation. That's a great show.
It is a great movie.
So,
all right. So what are we going to talk about, John?
Today, we are going to talk about the tech of 2025, but more in regards to Christmas presents for, kids, young adults, kind of all of us, all around, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's been some cool gadgets this year that have come out, and people are certainly don't wait to buy stuff anymore, really. I mean, stuff comes out, they buy it. They don't, necessarily like save up and make a wish list. They just do it. So
well, it's kind of fun to look at this because I don't know about you. When I was growing up, it was like all about the action figures. You know, I remember waking up Christmas morning, going out there and seeing the Star Wars action figures and whatnot, and playing with those as children. And I always thought back then it was really cool that Randy down the street got the bright light. Is that what they're called?
Light brights.
Light brights. Yeah. And that was technology, right?
Yeah.
And that was like the coolest stuff, man. We can make different shapes with these little pegs and put them in there. But man, what they have out today.
Have you seen the new light brights?
No, I haven't.
They have them at Costco.
Are they like LEDs or what?
So now there's no pegs anymore. You push buttons and they change colors.
Huh.
So it's basically
cool.
a thing of all little buttons, and you push them, and depending on how many times you push it, it changes the color until you get what you want. And then
That's kind of cool.
Yeah,
a lot different. Because that was a mess picking up all those pegs.
Yeah, or keeping track of them after. Yeah.
And then you had your brother. It always came over. After you had your picture all there, and you take it and go. Your pegs would fall all over.
Or your Etch-a-Sketch or whatever.
Yeah. But Cass, what type of toys do you have when you're Christmas time?
I had those ones too.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then my sister would lose all of the pegs.
Right.
And then Hot Wheels and Barbies and Bratz because I'm a girl.
Yeah. How about you, Aaron?
He had lumps of coal.
Coal over there.
Coal's my favorite.
Tastes good.
I'm flabbergasted. That's funny. Well, you're into action figures. I bet Aaron was into
G.I. Joe.
Yeah. G.I. Joe, probably wrestling figures, right? He probably had like Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
I did a lot of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Now it all makes sense.
And then sports stuff, baseball, fishing equipment, a lot of fishing equipment. So, yeah.
Yeah, my wife got me a cool advent calendar at home. It's all about fishing, right? So I opened up the first, box, and it was a tackle box.
Yeah.
I opened up the second door, and it was a lure. So I was like, oh, this is kind of cool, something different.
I want to buy one of those advent calendars one year that is the Topps baseball one.
Oh,
and
yeah.
every day you rip open a door, and then there's a pack in there, and then you open the pack.
Ah, very cool.
Yeah, that would be
on.
fun.
Very cool.
All right.
Let's get into some of this. I chose a couple of items because I have a grandson who's autistic.
Okay.
All right. And so a lot of sensory type things are out there for, autistic children.
Right.
And combine that with today's technology, and you have some really amazing, items out there that can really do some good.
Sure.
If you pull up picture number 1 right here, this is that put out by Leapfrog. This is called Leap Move.
Okay.
And what this does is it has a Bluetooth or USB connection to your actual television, right, or monitor.
Right.
And it allows the child to become the controller. So the child would stand in front of it,
Right.
and he or she
Make
would be the
gestures
controller.
and-
And so it goes through multiple different modes of whether it's a jumping exercise or maybe some sort of cross-country type of running that you can do, and it will sense you, and you go through the movements and motions.
Right.
But it also gets into more like reading, mathematics. So it dives a little bit deeper into that using these sensory features.
Is it kind of like the hot dog race at Chase Field where they got to hold
Right.
them while they run, or what?
Yeah, right? But it's pretty cool, interactive. But this looked like a lot of fun. I was watching some videos on it. It was just really a neat kind of gift idea.
That looks pretty fascinating. AI can now tell gestures and everything. So I imagine, they have those VR suits, right?
Yeah,
Where, you
yeah.
put gloves on and all that. I imagine that kind of tech is going to end up going away in favor of
something
stuff
like
like
this,
this
yeah.
that can continually scan what your body's doing and make motions in the game too, which would be better than having gloves and all this stuff on. Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember some of this started out years ago with, what was it? Which Nintendo was it? The Wii?
Yeah.
Where you actually would be in front of the sensor with the toggle switches and play
Yep.
games.
Yep.
And now we've kind of come to this point in time, this is kind of cool because you can also do some different types of programming on it, so it helps with motor skills. It's almost like having a virtual teacher in some aspect in your home.
Now, this is pretty new, isn't it?
Yeah, this is rather new. Anyway.
Sweet.
Yeah, pretty cool one. If we go to number 2 there. This I thought was kind of fun. Again, this is a little bit more technical on the side of things, but this is the MBot 2 robot. It's a build-it-yourself robotic kit. So it's actually very simple to put together, right?
Okay.
But you can actually build your own personal robot, and then you can also train it yourself, right? So you can go in, you can do different types of programming with it, so you can kind of program it to fit the needs that you want to use it, use it with.
Right. Okay.
So this is kind of a fun little toy. You can also expand this. You can buy some other attachments and customize this, as you go along with your robot.
Yeah, it's the modern day version of kind of an erector set kind of deal or whatever. Those are the kind of the things that I liked growing up was, the little mini science experiment kits and stuff where you learn stuff just inadvertently, but by having fun. And this is, I think with robotics as big as it's becoming, I think this is great. It
as well as introductory toys to that.
Gets kids interested.
Yeah, but it just looks like a lot of fun, and I think, at the end of the day, I would love to have this.
Sure.
And number 3 that I picked out, and this is back to more of the autistic time thing. It's a little more of the sensory idea, but they have these Hex Lights, right?
Right.
They come in boxes with multiple packs of 7, but you can do different designs. You can see there's a remote there that you can change the color either by hand or use the remote to change a color.
Right.
But again, a sensory toy using, lighting to work with the child.
Fun.
So just kind of fun. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, it comes with 7, so you can buy as many as you want, and
Yeah.
Make a wall of them.
You can make a wall of them, and like I said, this kind of a butterfly pattern, but there's different patterns you can make with
Sure.
this. So you get a visualization effect as well as multicolors, and just looks like it'd be a lot of fun.
Nice.
So what you got to bring to the table here?
Alrighty. Well, for the first thing, everybody's seen these all around. Very common. The Aura rings now. Samsung makes one. That's a smart ring. And, it's kind of taking the place of the what is it called? The Fitbit.
The Fitbit,
Yeah, that kind of thing where, you got to wear a watch, you got to wear that, or have a watch that has it in it. But now you can do it in a ring, and it does more than just that. I mean, it monitors O2, blood pressure, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say, I got one of these for my wife. I bought her one.
Right.
And especially to monitor blood pressure.
Right.
And it worked really well.
Yeah.
So it does, like you said, blood pressure, heart rate, all those just kind of vital signs right there. And so you have 24/7 access to it.
Well, one of the reasons why I like this so much is that it captures data while you're in real life.
Yeah, real-time data.
Right.
Yeah.
Instead of going to the doctor's office, and some people have doctor anxiety, so their blood pressure's always up when they go, right? But, this gives a real picture, can track sleep, can just show everything. People used to have to go home with monitors and things like that and do sleep studies and do all this other stuff. Now you can have the data instantly available for your doctor and say, hey, at this point in time it was this, here's the running picture of me day to day, not snapshot when I'm in the doctor's office.
Yeah, and I noticed with my wife's ring that she has, you can set it up so it actually transmits that data directly to your doctor if you'd like to.
Oh,
So
well,
they
that's
can
kinda
have
cool.
an ongoing progress report of you, basically, if you wanted to set it up that way.
Sure. I mean, I see a lot of value in it. It's just one of those things where, especially for people who might be prone to worrying about stuff, this kind of gives some peace of mind, I would think.
Yeah, it's really helped her with tracking that information. One thing I will say before purchasing this, make sure you get the right ring size because you cannot resize these rings.
Right, yeah, no kidding, right?
Make
Yeah,
sure
the
when you do your
electronics
purchase,
don't
you
want to
got the right
stretch.
size.
Yeah, the electronics won't stretch on a little dowel there. Great. Well, okay, so that's the ring, the fitness ring or health ring. Next, these are getting a lot of play now, and I've even seen some YouTube videos and TikTok videos where people are actually wearing them and taking video while they're wearing
the glasses.
Yeah, and going, being live on TikTok. Or I don't know if they're live. They're uploading it for sure.
Sure.
But they can. It's unobtrusive. You can just see what's going on through there. But then you've got the ability to take pictures, record. It listens to you. You can give it commands, and then it can display stuff on the inside on the screen.
And that's pretty cool. You and I had this conversation the other day about this because I was kind of curious because, I have prescription glasses.
Right.
So is this something I had to put over them, or can you get this in a prescription style glass?
I've seen where you can get prescriptions made in this. So you make the they'll make the prescription glass for it.
Hey
Yeah,
guys,
That's cool.
do you guys remember Steven that used to work for Power?
Vaguely.
He came into the office to say hi because he now works for a different company. But he had these glasses on, and he just hits a button. But he actually had his prescription put into the glasses.
Oh, nice.
So
okay.
yeah, and a bunch of other upgrades too, like safety glasses, like shatterproof or something.
Right.
Yeah. So he had a bunch of different stuff on him.
Nice.
Wow, that is really cool. So I'm also curious, is there a hearing piece with this as well? Does it Bluetooth like a hearing device? Can you?
I believe the piece on the end there that comes down has that in there, and it actually goes right here behind your ear.
Okay.
So how
That's
they
cool.
have some of there's speaker type devices that don't go in your ear anymore. They go on your bone.
Just right down in here.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So
Very cool.
fun stuff.
I like those.
Yeah. And that's a Meta Rayban right there, but there are a few different varieties
Yeah.
out there. So shop it, see what's up. These are really cool. I like the fact that they picked Rayban. That's nice.
Ray-Ban's always made a nice product.
Yes. All right, next one. So Mark Schaffner wears this, or he uses it when we do meetings. It's a Plod device, and it takes notes and it summarizes them. So it's an AI. It records what's going on, but it summarizes the meeting. So it's like your own secretary or court reporter, you know.
Really?
It takes it and it makes life simple when you're doing stuff, you know, that might be laborious or, you know, intense, and you're having conversations, and it would interrupt the flow. It'll be writing everything down. You've got this, and it can be a free flow, and it memorializes everything, and it we've gotten some notes that have come out of some of our meetings related to the computer system and, you know, potential upgrades and all that. Just dead on accurate and
that's interesting.
perfect.
So
Yeah.
can you upgrade that if you ever want to, or pre-program it
to
meet any other sort of ideas that you have to work with? Is it strictly meant for a meeting atmosphere? Could this be used in multiple
you could
different
use it. I
atmospheres?
mean, you could use it for
Just
whatever.
wherever.
Yeah. You want to capture any conversation and summarize it or memorialize it.
It'd be
that
great
does
to
it.
wear one of those into court. You know, record the whole court proceeding, then it'll just tell you what's going on.
There you go. Yeah. So and this is a slick little deal. I
Cool.
when he started using it, I was like, well, I kind of like that, and I looked it up, and you can get, you know, there's different models, and some of them are pretty pricey, but some are, you know, and then there's an online service that you can subscribe to where it uploads it and keeps it, and, you know, does all that kind of stuff. So yeah,
That'd be handy to have. I like that.
Major Tom, not very good option. Hypochondriacs, however.
He's talking about the ring.
Oh.
Yeah. If you're a hypochondriac and you have that ring.
Yeah, well, you know that it'll either validate where you're at or it'll dismiss where you think you're at.
Because you're going to sit there and take your ring information, then you're going to go do what was it, WebMD?
Right.
And next thing you know, you're going to be dying every other day.
Right.
So,
You have teetsy fly fever.
right?
Yep. All right. So the next thing,
Look at that.
it's sleep
Interesting.
tech. So it not only helps you sleep, so it does sleepscapes, but it also tracks your sleep.
Okay.
Now, I don't think I could wear something.
See, I wear a CPAP.
Yeah.
So, but I have the one that's got this little piece
Nose
of
pillows.
nose pillow, basically.
Yeah.
So it's not over your whole face. And I've never had a problem
But
putting
it's still
that
the
on.
hose is attached, right?
Yeah, but it comes out the back of your head. So like on mine, it comes out the back and goes down the back of the bed through the headboard.
Okay.
So it's never, you can turn the whole bit, never becomes an issue.
Huh. Yeah. I mean, I sleep kind of funny, so it's like if, you know, I'm a light sleeper anyway, and this would just bug me. I can't even use like a mask. I've tried to
Really?
use the sleep mask before, like during the day. No.
I'll tell you, they got these CPAP machines down to something crazy because I can have an app on my phone. It'll tell me how I slept the night before, tell me how many disturbances I had, tell me my CO2. I mean, everything in regards to my sleep, it tells me. And so this probably does something kind of similar.
Well, I know that they make little devices now that don't even have hoses for CPAPs. You just put in and it keeps that positive airflow pressure going.
Yeah, and they actually have a surgical one now that you can put in. That you just tap a button at night and turn it on, and it opens up your airways.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not even going down that route, but they're out there.
Yeah, for sure.
So how does this device attach or work? Like, where do you wear this at?
So that front part goes on your forehead.
Okay.
It's like a bandana or a
headband. Of some sort.
Headband.
That would be interesting to see.
And then it'll play sound through the sides again on your bone. I imagine it conducts through your bone in your head.
Okay, so if you want to listen to some relaxing music, you know, in the evening.
Yeah, it does. Well, it says it does adaptive soundscapes. So I imagine that it's kind of like there's some apps that you can use, the sleep apps, where it goes through different phases from when you're first going to bed, and it kind of gradually migrates into something else. Yeah,
in your REM sleep and so forth.
Exactly.
Yeah, very cool.
Yep. Cool stuff.
What's next? What do we got here? What is that?
That is called a Nix.
What's a Nix?
A Nix is a hydration patch. So mainly this is for athletes.
Okay.
To make sure that they're maintaining their hydration. They're fitness sensors. It's a patch that goes on your body, and what's revolutionary about this is it's a fitness device or sensor that doesn't go on your wrist, right? Then there's a whole new class of these that are coming out.
Shoulder,
yeah, you would attach it to your skin, and it would detect your level of hydration.
Huh.
Through your activities and everything. And I could see that being very helpful.
Oh yeah, exactly. Especially if you're like a long distance runner, any sort of athletics, to be honest with you.
Right.
Just especially here but in the Southwest, when it's 110 degrees outside and 112, and you're out there exercising, you're hiking, you're, whatever it might be, playing sports.
Climbing Camelback Mountain when you shouldn't be.
Right.
We have so many rescues at the beginning of the summer, especially because people come from out of state and they don't know their limits. And, if you see piles of snow somewhere and it's really cold, you kind of know.
Yeah.
But when it's hot, you overheat pretty quick if you're not. You have to be on top of hydration before it's a problem.
Oh yeah,
right?
Typically, if you're especially out here, if you can go hiking, a couple days before, make sure you're drinking plenty of water and hydrating yourself and being ready to go.
I mean, my boys played football during the summer, right? Yeah. And they had to drink like a gallon of water at night, and then another gallon before they went out to practice.
Sure.
Or play in the middle of the day, You have to be careful. Middle of the morning.
Let me tell you, I actually drank too much water and had water poisoning one time here.
Yeah.
I thought I was doing everything right, man. It's hot. I'm working outside all day long, a 12-hour day outside, and I'm pounding water all day long.
Yeah.
The next thing you know is, man, I have a headache like you wouldn't believe. Then and I had to be in a dark room for like 3 days. I just wiped out all the electrolytes, salts out of my system.
Right.
And so you have to be careful, and think about that.
Yeah. We say water, but you need to be drinking something with electrolytes.
You got to have the electrolytes
and they
in
have
there.
the, plain water kind that have it all built in, or Gatorade or Powerade or whatever, but you need to be replenishing that. And they make a lot of nice mixes now that have it for you to just dump in your water bottle.
Sure.
So it's I get it. They're always sending me those like in my GQ box and stuff.
Yeah. Little
packets of the hydration stuff, but they also sell it at Costco. They're just little tubes, and you rip it off and dump it in, and yeah.
And a banana a day.
Yeah. Well,
that always helps.
Yeah. I'll take your word for it. No. All right. Next one is 3D printing advances. So now they're making machines that are called multi-material flexible. So just that means different types of medium being fed in, different types of, I would imagine, plastic. So if you've ever done 3D printing, you know that you got your spool, and it just feeds and it makes whatever you want, right?
Sure. Yeah.
And then there's now these printers. I saw one on I think it was TikTok, might have been Facebook Reels, but it just like a regular printer, you had this carriage on the top, and then it had different color spools, and they all fed in. And when you put your design in, you made a color. Like they did a little boat that was, like had a red, blue bottom, a white middle, a red little house on the top, and so it was feeding those different colors in and doing it.
Okay.
Yeah, you've seen results of 3D printed stuff, and usually it's all one color because you just feed one color through. But the multi-medium
does a lot of 3D printing, but it's always one color. He's always having to paint it afterwards.
Yeah. They're making now multi-medium printers that will handle funner stuff.
Very cool.
Yeah.
What you got, Cass?
They have printers that will do metal products too. Like there
Okay.
are printers that will print parts for firearms if need be, like just magazines or anything
Sure.
like that.
Really
But-
using metal, like alloys and whatnot.
Yeah, they have that.
Okay.
I just have my one color like your nephew does.
Yeah.
That's all I need. I don't need anything super fancy. Plus, I like the painting part of everything. So,
Well, we talked about on the show too, them 3D printing. They're still working on the tech, but 3D printing organs or 3D printing,
Yeah.
biomaterial.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
It's just cool what they're able to do.
And I'm sure everybody's seen 3D printed houses.
Mm-hmm.
Those big machines that just.
They sit there. It's kind of fun to watch. Once in a while, I'll catch a reel and I'm just like amazed by it. Just, okay, what's this going to look like when it's done? Because you just see it just.
Yeah, it's making the walls,
Yep. Kind of fun to watch.
but it works 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
Doesn't need a water break.
No.
So yeah, I mean, this is stuff we can do now, stuff we have to look forward to as well. I think that you can see some of the direction that technology is taking over time, whether it is AI, robotics, 3D printing, all these kinds of fun things that really, I mean, my son shows me stuff all the time that he made. Oh, I needed this for this. And so I just found the design and printed it off, and whether it's a camera mount or something else, and he just bangs them out, and it's really cool. I mean, cost him 7 cents to make something that he probably would have had to spend $3-4 on online or more,
That's
to
cool.
make.
What I like about the way technology is going, and we take it down to this level at toys and these gadgets, right? But remember, this is all helping to teach and create a learning environment using the newest technology.
Right.
Because we didn't have this type of technology when
No.
we were kids. I mean,
No.
this would have been fun.
Sure.
It would have opened my world up a whole lot.
Well, hopefully the school system will fix itself, and we can get kids who know how to read instructions, in order to be able to use all this stuff.
Right.
Had to throw that in there.
I know. Yeah.
Next one. So Pocket Assistants.
Okay.
So I saw a thing when this first came out, and it was kind of really cool. It just, they're like a sidekick. They call it like a Tamagotchi for adults, but it can do different things. You can tell it you want it to make a reservation.
Okay.
You can tell it you can ask it a question. Where's the closest whatever, and it's always on. It's an assistant, as opposed to your phone. You still have to use the wake word, and there's so much on the phone, right? There's a ton of stuff on here. This does one thing.
This is designated more
right.
to that
It's an
task.
assistant, right?
Okay.
So it's optimized for things that you would want to get handled or get quick information or whatever, and it's optimized for that type of thing.
That's
you,
cool.
You can say record this.
Mm-hmm.
I think it has a camera on it too.
Does it?
Yeah, I think it takes pictures. So yeah, I mean, this little guy. Again, I think I watched like a 3-minute video on it when it first was coming out, and if I'm not mistaken, it either went through one of those crowdfunding idea websites, but it was really neat what they were having it do. So look it
I
up.
have to look at that.
Yeah.
That's interesting to me.
It's all, kind of one of those always on things that you can, some people are scared by that.
Yeah.
But
Listen, everywhere we go, something's always on recording.
we're always being recorded.
I mean, we're
Yep.
there.
That's right. I think we got time for just one more here.
Sure.
So smart clothing. What's smart about that, you might ask?
Yeah. I'm
Well,
kinda curious.
apparently there's like sensors and gesture control built in to this, so it can transmit your motions, but it's clothing. So yeah, I don't know.
I'm trying to figure that one out. So how would this transmit your emotions?
Right. Well, so not emotions, motions.
Oh, motion itself.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Gotcha.
Oh, it has feelings, man.
That's what I was wondering. I thought you said emotion. I'm like,
yeah, no, it. You know how the rings, or you can wear wrist things that do that sense your motion or whatever. This takes it to the next level, and it's wearable motion tech.
I could actually see this for some certain applications for people out there. For instance, let's say you're a downhill skier, right? And you want to see how your form is all the way down the mountain. If it's collecting all that data to every position throughout your upper body, so that you had a data set to go back and take a look and say, okay, I could have turned, a little more here. I could have turned a wrist degree here. I could see that.
Yeah.
And needing that information.
Well, it's Levi's that's doing it, and it's powered by, it's called Jacari, or Jacquard, I'm sorry. And this is, okay, and it's concept stuff, but this is what's happening, what's coming.
They need to put this into football cleats and then make sure they get it all to all the punters and kickers, so that way you're not kicking the turf instead of the football.
I'm just wondering, I know they're talking about putting the chip in the football so that they can tell where the ball actually gets placed.
Yeah.
But, that's a frustration that we have with every sport, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Just so many cool things, and that's out there. And talking about the wearable clothes, my sister-in-law is working with a company where they've already created. They're not out so much on the market yet, but self-lacing shoes. Yeah. So there are these people out there.
Back to the future.
Yeah, exactly. And the technology, as it grows, I think it'll, be honest with you, become more simplified as to what I'm saying. Instead of having all your gadgets on one phone, it'll be one small device, like we were just showing. Yeah. And making it a lot more easier, more portable, I guess, to take out there in the world with you to at least perform one particular task.
Right. I mean, convenience is everything, and if people don't have to think about it as much, then it becomes more practical.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm going to look it up because I'm curious what they're doing with pens, writing styles, what technology they have out there in pens.
James Bond.
Right?
Yeah. All right. Well, we appreciate you being here with us today. Like, subscribe, and share this podcast. We're here because you're here every Thursday, 3 p.m. Arizona time. Set your watches, set your clocks, set your smart devices to be here and join us. And we just have too many chats, so keep it down. Don't throw us so many chats, right? Just kidding.
It's just one of those days, man. Yeah. What can you say?
Everybody's quiet, but that's all right. We're still here. All right. So for now, I'm Mark Beach.
I'm John Dotson, and thank you once again.
Have a great day.